guys, and welcome to the Fish Room. I'm Rachel O'Leary, and if you've been watching recently, you know that I've been revisiting some of my favorite tanks in order to fall in love with them again before I start the breakdown of the bulk of the Fish Room. Now, I still am unsure about what exactly I'm going to do, but we'll figure it out together. But anyway, today I thought we would take a look at another one of my favorite aquariums, which I lovingly refer to as the algae scape. Now, this was in a 20-gallon long aquarium that was aquascape by my friend Ricky Chawla. I'll put a link to his Instagram in the video description should you be interested in seeing more of his work. Escaped, I'll put on the screen when it was started. I really can't remember. But to say that this tank has been a test of patience would be an epic understatement. It started out beautiful. I added a bunch of botanicals. It was planted beautifully with the understanding that it would need to grow in. I stocked it with some chili raspberries and some wild bettas. I didn't see the bettas for an entire year, and the entire tank got covered in this short green filamentous algae that almost feels like clado. Super, super soft. And it took me a bit to get that under control to the point where it was only growing on the hardscape. All of the plants stayed really, really healthy. And now, all this time later, the tank seems to really have come into its own. There's some really beautiful crypt affinis metallic red in there that has just taken over like crazy. I added some dwarf Sagittarius subulata in there, which has done really well. All of the Anubias look fantastic. There's Bucephalandras looking fantastic. I put in some Pocostemon octopus in there. It has taken over. And then one of the real joys of this aquarium is that I took some of the substrate balls that I've shown you guys from Studio Aquatica and planted, I can't remember what it is. I think it's a Ludwigia in it. Pretty sure it's a Ludwigia. And it has just grown out the top of the tank and made this magnificent emergent growth shelf. And the thought process behind this is that since these bettas are bubble nesters, if they decide to build their bubble nest at the surface of the water, it'll provide some structure for that to grip onto. Now, that being said, I'm sincerely doubtful that these fish will ever breed successfully in this aquarium because I also added some amano shrimp, and they've been the real workhorses to help me keep this hair algae under control, as well as just being patient and letting the plants really fill into their maximum potential so that they're out competing all of that algae. Now, I do still have a bit of the carpeting, the driftwood, some rocks, and of course all the wonderful botanicals I put in there from Tandem Botanicals. I'll link you to that video because this aquarium was really incredible with its algae coat in that day. That being said, I like this manifestation of this aquarium quite a lot. It's extremely lush. It's very colorful. The fish look amazing. It is extremely low maintenance. I only do water changes about every 3 weeks, about 25% at this point on this aquarium. I utilized a Tropica soil. There is no CO2. There's no fertilizers. It just is plugging along, looking amazingly good. And it's just a really great example of how if you have patience and choose plants that can survive the lack of nutrient and CO2, you can really achieve a very, very full, lush planted aquarium if you have the patience to wait for it to grow in. That being said, I think I might want to add some more fish to this aquarium. You know, the chili raspberries that are in there are now about 6 years old, so I've been losing one here and there due to old age. And I'm thinking maybe I want to try something different in there. So if you have any suggestions for small, colorful fish you'd like to see me work with in this aquarium, let me know in the comments down below. As always, thanks for your continued support. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in the next video.